Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, welcome to a new episode with Deeply Merited Scholars. In today's episode, I will be sharing two opportunities with you guys whose deadlines are in January of 2023. And number one, we have the Sino-Cameroon bilateral scholarships, which are open for 2023. I am elated to share this opportunity with you guys because I am an alumni of this program. The government communique for this program was released on the 6th of January 2023. And it's very important that you know that the deadline for submission of this program is the 31st of January 2023. As by the time this video will be released, you need to step on your timer and make sure that you have all the documents needed to apply for this program. Let's kickstart with what is on the communique. The Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education, announced to the general public and prospective applicants that the government of the People's Republic of China is offering 12 scholarships for the 2023-2024 academic year for the first cycle university students, master's and PhD levels. Some of the fields of studies are mining, engineering, aeronautic engineering, robotics, hydraulics, computer sciences, electricity, renewable energy, environmental sciences, network and telecommunications, economics, medicine, commerce and distribution, management of agricultural cooperatives, industry, fishery, international trade. The eligibility criteria states that you have to be of Cameroonian nationality, you have to be in good health, both physically and mentally, and you will have to prove that while submitting your application. Next, you should be a holder of an advanced level baccalaureate or equivalent diploma with at least a fairly good grade for undergraduate studies. You have to be a holder of a first degree or master's with at least a fairly good grade for postgraduate studies. The aforementioned certificates should not be older than 2 years. You should be at most 22 years old for the undergraduate cycle and 32 years at most for master's and 35 years for the PhD levels. The documents required for this application are: 1. You need a handwritten application with a physical stamp addressed to the Minister of State, Minister of Higher Education with the field of study chosen. Make sure to include your sex, your age, and your region of origin in this application letter. Secondly, you have to fill an application form and print it out. So you fill it online and you print out the completed application form from the website, which is going to be in our description box. You need to certify photocopies of your birth certificate. They should not be older than 3 months of certification. You need a certificate of nationality. You need a photocopy of your passport. You need the certified copies of your required certificates accompanied by notarized translations in English or Chinese if these certificates are in another language. So those with degrees that are not in English or Chinese need to get them translated in English or Chinese before submitting. Official notarized translation, take note. Also, you're going to need to attach copies of your university transcripts accompanied by notarized translations in English or Chinese. You need a detailed study plan or a research project written in English or Chinese, minimum of 200 words for undergraduate studies and 800 words for postgraduate studies. So you need 2 letters of recommendation written in English or Chinese by a professor or associate professor for postgraduate levels. Next, you need a form of medical exams carried out not more than 6 months ago at the Yaoundé Gyneco-Obstetric and Pediatric Hospital. If you're taking the taxi, there is Hôpital Gynéco in Yaoundé. It's located in Gousso. Next, you need to do a non-criminal record report. Get the medical certificate from the hospital earlier mentioned. And the last point here states that state workers are eligible upon presentation of a study leave application letter transmitted by their administration of origin to the Ministry of Public Service and Administrative Reform. Once you get all the documents as stated on this communique, you need to make an original copy of all certified documents and your medicals. Make sure to photocopy everything in the original file and open up a file with all photocopies inside, and you have to submit it at the Ministry of Higher Education on the 15th floor, room 1504. Latest date 31st of January 2023 at 3:30 p.m. prompt. incomplete files will be rejected. Points to take note of when applying for this program has to be: number one, the online form. I'll bring it to your notice that China is ahead by GMT +8. While our day is commencing, the day over in China is over. There's a likelihood that during the day, the site for you to get the online form may be inaccessible because it's already nighttime there. It's important that you wake up within the hours of 12 to 1 a.m. to get access to the site. If you try during the day and it's not accessible here in Cameroon, you have to wake up within the hours of midnight or 1 a.m. Cameroonian time to access this website, because then it will be morning hours in China and the site will be accessible. Next thing you have to take note of is the fact that all your documents should be in English or in Chinese. So if you did French education and your documents are in French, make sure to translate them in English. Remember, it is stated your reference letter should come from either a professor or an associate professor. The third thing that you have to take note of is the study plan or research project. So remember the word count. For undergraduate, you need 200 words, and for postgraduates, 800 words. Next up will be the medicals. You need to go to Hôpital Gynéco, where they are going to do a thorough check on you. If you have an underlying health issue that is considered contagious, you may not be accepted for this program. Once you submit your documents at the Ministry of Higher Education, the results will be out later this year and everything will be taken care of. The government is going to pay for your flight to and fro. While you're in China, you will receive a monthly stipend, accommodation, tuition, and every other thing will be taken care of, because this is a classification of a type A scholarship where everything is taken care of by the government of China. However, there are many other scholarship opportunities open in China at the university level and provincial levels. The next opportunity on today's episode is the United Nations Young Leaders Training Program, UNITAR 2023. This opportunity believes that people are connected to each other like never before. So young people are increasingly contributing to innovative solutions and driving social progress through political initiatives. They believe that the young generations are agents of change, and they can do that by mobilizing to advance the sustainable development goals that will improve the lives of people and the health of our planet. So UNITAR is delighted to offer an online training program from Geneva specifically designed for the global youth. It will offer participants the chance to gain first-hand experience of the United Nations and will provide them with the necessary knowledge and skills to fully unfold their potential as global leaders. All countries are eligible for this program. So the participants for this online training can include university students, high school students, and other aspiring young leaders of similar background, junior professionals from public and private sector, and senior officials who are young at heart are equally welcome to apply. In order to ensure the high quality standards, the registration will be closed after 30 participants. Slots will be allocated on the first come, first served basis. At the end of the program, all participants will receive an official UNITAR certificate of completion. This is a 4-week e-learning course implemented on UNITAR's e-learning platform. The course comprises 4 different modules, which can be studied in a self-paced manner and require 4 to 6 hours of studying per week. Module 1 will deal with the United Nations. Module 2, Conference Diplomacy. Module 3, Sustainable Development Goals. Module 4, Cosmopolitan Communication. And for each module, there will be webinars in line with the module you've chosen. So the online training program runs in 4 different editions. So if you are not able to participate in the current edition, you can apply ahead for the upcoming edition. Remember, they said on the first come, first serve basis, the first 30 people get to be accepted. Currently, the winter edition is ongoing, which started on the 2nd of January this year and will close on the 27th of January 2023. So the winter edition is currently ongoing. The spring edition comes up next on the 24th of April this year and will end on the 21st of May this same year. Then we have the July edition, which opened from the 19th of June to the 16th of July 2023. And the final edition is scheduled to run from the 24th of July this year to the 20th of August this year. So the United Nations Institute for Training and Research is running this online training through their e-learning platform. The links to all today's opportunities are in the description box of this video on YouTube. Lastly, do not forget to check out our website at www.cisia-deeplymeritedscholars.org, where you can have more information about the work that Deeply Merited Scholars does in collaboration with the Social Innovation and Community Inclusive Association, CISIA. As always, it's a pleasure having you guys in today's episode. Please like our video, show us love by subscribing to this channel, turning on your notification bell so that you will be the first to know anytime we upload a new video. And of course, do not forget to consult with us anytime you're in doubt or need assistance. Remember that with Deeply Merited Scholars, now and always, forever we shall continue to soar on eagle's wings. Bye.